Hello everyone, Marley here. I know I don't typically post this kind of content, but I have a project in my English class where I was to write a paper on a social justice topic, then make a video of myself reading said paper. For my English class actually watching this, I apologize. I just have to put this out there. This was posted publicly, and those subscribed to my channel haven't dealt with this type of stuff. Heh. Moving on, my paper is titled, Why We Need Feminism. The topic of women's rights has become more prominent in the talk of society. However, it takes a different name, feminism. Feminism is the fight for women's rights socially, economically, and politically to be the same as men's. Women's rights are important because otherwise some ladies will struggle on their own compared to men. Women have always had the short end of the stick. Back before the 20th century, women were to stay at home and take care of their children. Women didn't receive the right to vote until the 19th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution was ratified in 1920, and even since then, they still haven't received full equality. Women didn't start getting jobs in factories and other places until the Second World War, and ads with characters such as Rosie and the Riveter showed up at this time. It was the first time a vast amount of women were in the workforce. They got paid less than men, but the war hysteria kept it under wraps. Coming out of the Great Recession, approximately 1/3 of Americans are under the poverty line. 70% of the people making up that statistic are women and children. Part of the problem is that women get paid less on the dollar than white men. On average, a woman of color gets paid anywhere from 55 to 65 cents on a white man's dollar. The reason feminism exists is so that women can one day achieve equal pay that a white man in her same position does. In the workforce, the vast majority of people receiving jobs are white men. It has become a prerequisite for girls to go into college and get degrees, and that still doesn't translate into getting more pay than a man with less education. Feminism is fighting to make these odds even out. There should be equal rights and equal odds of a man and a lady getting into the same job with the same amount of experience. If one has more education or more experience, regardless of gender, they should get a better chance. Why is it so hard for someone in the land of the free and the home of the brave to get equal rights? Didn't the founding fathers say that we were all here and equal? Women didn't get their voting rights until the 20th century, and that was a struggle in itself. Now, we're fighting for equal pay and abortion rights. Currently, it has become an issue of what women can do with their bodies. Shouldn't it be women govern what they do with their bodies, and not the government? Women's rights are important because otherwise some ladies would struggle on their own compared to men. They still haven't made it here, but it's being fought for. Realistically, women are people too, and thus should get equal pay, equal rights, and rights to abortion. What it boils down to is a matter of how our world is ruled predominantly by men. Thank you for watching. To those of you who are not in my English class, thank you for listening. For those of you who are in my English class and putting up with the weird double intro and now this weird double ending. Cool. Have a good rest of your day.